One of the most primal fears of owning a home is the fear that someone is going to break into it. But how can you know that this is going to happen? I'll give you some things to be on the lookout for.
Hey, before we get into the video, be sure to enter our brand new giveaway. We'll be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or simply just $600. It's your choice. Be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, turn on notifications, and most importantly, watch the whole video to enter the giveaway. It's that simple.
7. Where's Fluffy? Dogs are man's best friend, and they're darn useful for a variety of reasons. But one of the best reasons is that certain kinds of dogs are naturally born and bred to protect an owner and their property. I'm not even talking dogs like Rottweilers and German Shepherds. There are all kinds of dogs that have been proven to be avid keepers and protectors of the home. To that end, they are a pain in the butt for anyone attempting to break into a home, because a dog's finely tuned senses will alert them to what's coming, and their natural instinct will be to warn the owner of what's happening. Or, if worse comes to worse, they'll try and take out the threat themselves. So how does a robber get rid of such a problem? Simple, by getting rid of the problem. No, I don't mean taking the life of the dog. I rather mean they'll just let the dog loose. Or, if they think they can manage it, they'll kidnap the dog. It just depends on their means. But why go to such lengths? It's all about perception. If an owner thinks that their dog just ran away, they won't worry about the threat that is right in front of them because they'll be too focused on the dog and its health. Plus, with no dog home, they'll be able to sneak into the house and out of it without raising many alarms as long as the homeowners aren't around. Rule number 1 of a situation: if there's something that might interfere with your goal, you must remove it. And that's exactly what a robber will do. 6. New employee. Sometimes there's just not enough time in the day to go and get everything done, especially when it comes to cleaning your house and making it nice and tidy. It's hard enough doing a 9-to-5 job, taking care of yourself and your family. You need some help. And that's why many people hire a cleaning lady or a staff of people to help work on their house. It's simple, it's many times affordable, and it's a stress off your mind. But when your dedicated cleaning lady or man doesn't show up one day and someone else is in their place rather unexpectedly, that should be a little cause for concern. Now, yes, you shouldn't be paranoid at every single new person you meet. It's not healthy. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't pay attention to the people around you, because knowing the who's who about what's going on can help you in many ways. So let's say you do find someone who isn't who they should be. What do? Well, you do not confront them. Because if they're a robber and they feel exposed, they'll go and do the act right then and there and not worry about the consequences. Instead, get his name, look at his badge, and any other information you can without being too nosy. And then you go and call the company that hires all of these people. If that new employee isn't part of the records, then something is wrong, and you should call the police. 5. Missing trash. I know it may sound disgusting, but it's honestly true. What you throw away says a lot about you, even if you don't realize it. Sure, some of your daily trash won't likely harm in the long run, but think about what you throw away in terms of a month. It's not just your food and other garbage. You throw out mail that might contain information about your life, like credit card statements, ones that have your account number on them. Even some official offers from certain companies and businesses you frequent can have information on it that can be valuable to a robber. If you're throwing away anything that has any kind of personal information on it, you should rip it to shreds or put it into a paper shredder. It'll save you a lot of grief in the long run. But it goes beyond that though. Some of the boxes you throw away can have a huge sign of how much money you have. The most obvious of these include things like a big TV or computer boxes. True, you don't have to be rich to own one of these things, but it does clue in the robbers that you have something of worth in the house itself. And worth of any kind is more than enough motivation for a robber to take a peek inside. Now, I'm not saying you have to micromanage your entire trash heap. That would be overkill. But you should be mindful not of just what you throw away, but how you throw it away. Don't give anyone looking to break into your place a reason to do so. 4. Something wrong with your car? For robbers, some go and just do spontaneous grabs of loot and break-ins and try to make sure that they time it right so that they don't get caught. But the best of robbers give themselves insurance to make sure that their plan goes smoothly, or give them enough time to work out something if they hit an unforeseen snag, like a safe, or it takes time to get a certain object out. Obviously, having the homeowners roll up on you mid-robbery is a bit of a buzzkill, which is why burglars will often tamper with your car in some way to buy them some extra time. One of the easiest ways to do this is by simply draining some of your gas from your tank. Think about it. How many of us actually pay attention to how much gas we're holding until we run dangerously low? Exactly, and it's easy to forget just how much we had the day before. But let this be a start of a new trend for you, because if you know you filled your gas tank up to the brim and now you're at a quarter of a tank, something is wrong. True, you could just have a leak in your gas tank. It does happen, but sometimes it's better to err on the side of caution. Another thing to look for is signs of tampering on your car, or something suddenly not working even though it was fine before. Again, this can happen at random without any warning and no burglars involved. But if it feels off that this particular thing would stop working now, you should definitely be wary of what's going on around you. 3. The lights. There are many basic security systems that a person can use to keep robbers and thieves away from their home. And one of the easiest ones is that of motion-sensitive lights. While they are a great addition to any home and can help brighten up the outside of a house, you can place them in such a way that they'll help you keep your home safe. Once within range, these lights will quickly shine, which is good for you and bad for any robbers who feel that they need to get in without getting shined on. Once the light exposes them, they'll likely not risk getting caught in the act, and thus, flee. But this also means that you need to be mindful of your motion lights and just your lights in general, for like I said before, if there's an obstacle in your way, you find a way to remove it. And the easiest way to do that is by making the lights malfunction, mainly by messing with the light bulbs or the sensors if they're smart enough. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means you need to check your lights every single day and night to make sure that they work. If something is wrong with one of them, check it immediately and see if it's a simple short circuit caused by a random event, or if it's been tampered with. And while not as likely to happen, make sure you keep tabs on your interior lighting. For if it fluctuates randomly in a way that hasn't happened before at your house, then someone might be fiddling with it outside. Don't take a chance on things like this. Make sure all your lights work and they'll literally shine a light on those who try to break in. 2. Broken windows. This is one that may feel like an easily explainable situation. After all, many kids have been known to throw rocks at windows in order to have fun or pull off a prank. And sometimes a car kicks up a rock at just the right speed or angle to go and cause real damage. It's been proven to happen. But just because these might be the reasons one of your windows is broken doesn't mean that it is. Think about it like this. What does the breaking of a window do for a robber? Well, if it's only slightly broken, then likely it's something that can be related to their reconnaissance of the area. They'll break the window and see if either the owners come out or one of the neighbors hears it and comes out. It may seem elaborate, but knowing the best times to do a robbery is paramount, especially if it's at night when you think that no one is home. Thus why you break the window. You test the waters and see if it's worth breaking into or whether you need to find a lower level threat. Plus, a window is usually tied into the security system of a house. Breaking a window can help show if a home has an alarm system or not. You'd be surprised how many don't. So, if you're at home and one of your windows suddenly breaks, don't be a hero and go check it out. Call the police right away on the chance that it could be someone out to break into your home. Seeing the cops is both a short-term and long-term help. Don't take a chance on it maybe being kids. Better safe than sorry. 1. Signs of someone else being there. It may seem obvious why this would lead you to think your house is being stalked by robbers, but honestly, it's something you need to pay attention for. Robbers like to leave little marks all over houses they feel can be robbed. It's part of their system, and sometimes you'll never notice it, but then sometimes you do. For example, you could go to your front door and notice an odd smudge on the handle. You know that nothing you or your family do could have left that smudge, and you don't recognize the stain, so it could be that someone was there trying to see if the door was unlocked. Same thing goes for your car. You could park it in the evening and be fine, and then when you wake up in the morning, there's a handprint that is on your window. Someone must have been looking inside of it either for things of value or to see if the car itself might have been worth taking. But it goes even deeper than that. If you pay attention to your home and everything that's around it, you might find items that either don't belong or were clearly moved from before. Mail, trash, newspapers, garden items. If you see something out of the ordinary, most times it means that someone else is to blame. So be aware of all your home and what's in it. And if you're not sure why something is there or isn't there, ask someone for help. There you have it, some tips to see if a person is going to try and break into your house. Has your house ever been broken into? Were you able to stop a robbery by noticing some signs? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.